The Rondout Valley Central School District Board of Education is proposing an $80.47 million budget for the 2025-2026 school year that supports existing student programs, expands student opportunities, and enhances safety. The proposed budget includes enhancements to curriculum and extracurricular activities.
One academic program we are purchasing for our English language arts subject is Amplify CKLA. That is going to be systemic across our district, grades K through 8. We've also purchased a math and vision program that's already put into action grades K through 6, but next year we're expanding that to grades 7 and 8 as well too. We have award-winning music programs and band programs. The budget helps fund those programs to be successful, and we also help fund athletics. With our budget, we've expanded our unified sports. We had unified bowling, unified basketball, and it's exciting to also announce that we're going to have unified bocce ball as well come this fall.
School safety remains a top priority in this year's budget. The proposed budget includes upgraded security cameras with additional installations planned for Marbletown Elementary School and Rondout Valley High School.
One of the other elements we are going to funding through this budget is a content filtering system called Go Guardian Beacon. It's going to monitor all of our students on their Chromebooks or what they're searching on the internet. So if something is brought to our attention, the budget helps fund that to make sure our students are safe, and not only physically, but also, on the web as well.
The district has a history of proposing tax levy increases that are at or below the allowable tax cap level. Since the tax cap was implemented in 2012, 11 of the past 14 proposed budgets were less than the allowable amount. The board decided to present voters with a budget that was at the allowable level this year in order to balance a loss of state aid.
Our history of going to the tax cap, staying right a little bit below, or whatever we decide to do, is really based on the needs of our students, how much state aid we're going to get, and we evaluate it from there.
Balancing the needs of the students with the needs of the taxpayer is always a priority. Expenditures increased by 2.3%.
This year's budget increase is primarily due to contractual obligations, but many may notice that the increase is actually less than any increase in the past 3 years. So we have done things in that budget and projections to make sure that we're being fiscally responsible. So we're cutting things as we see we don't need them, looking at trends in spending.
A district's most valuable resource is its faculty and staff who support teaching and learning and the day-to-day operations of our schools. So it is not surprising that salaries and benefits are the largest budget expense. This year, the district was able to save $573,425 by leaving 14 existing vacancies unfilled.
Based on our analysis of student enrollment and students' needs, these changes to our replacement of positions is not going to negatively impact students or staff. We're looking at being very purposeful in that matter.
This year, the state reduced the amount of aid being provided to the district, so about $4 million in fund balance and reserves was applied to help reduce the taxpayer impact without cutting student programs.
The year 2021 to 2022, in this region in Ulster County, we did see an influx of people moving, and therefore housing prices rose. As a result, assessed values changed. And those assessed values do impact our calculation of wealth within the district. And assessed values is a derivative of how wealthy we are. And the state uses that as a computation to determine how much we are eligible for in aid. That is one of the factors that addresses why we're getting less state aid.
Presenting voters with a budget that is at the tax cap level not only preserves programs and services this year, but also helps the district plan ahead.
And our budget, we're not thinking about just this year. We're thinking about next year and 3 years from now and 5 years from now. We want to make sure that we're financially sustainable in the years to come and keeping people here and keeping people employed and providing supports for students. So we're going to be looking at those types of things that we have control over versus what we don't have control over.
The history of the budget has definitely changed throughout the years, throughout the superintendents, throughout the business officials. One thing has always remained consistent, and that's the students. The students, the faculty, making sure Rondout and the community can be proud of our students, can be proud of our school district, and can be proud of everything that they've accomplished.
Eligible voters can participate in this year's budget vote and elect members of the Board of Education on Tuesday, May 20th. Polls will be open from 7 a.m. to 9 p.m. at the district office at 122 Kyserike Road in Accord. Eligible voters can also cast an early mail ballot or an absentee ballot. More information is available on our website.
And please go out and vote.